So the title of our sermon, let me see whether you remember. What's the title of our sermon? The heart of fasting. Yeah. So what is the heart? When we talk about heart, we are talking about the essence, the core, the important thing. So what is it about the heart of fasting? And because I use the word heart, I'm going to talk about 3 or 4 types of hearts. The first heart is the egoistic heart. Yeah, egoistic, proud. Yeah, some people make a show about their fasting. Yeah, the person that has the egoistic posture will make a show, a display, yeah, about their fasting, and they want people to see. And in their mind, they think that when people see me fasting, or when people know that I'm fasting, wow, I'm very, very spiritual, you know? I'm closer to God. I'm holier than the rest of the people. I'm special. Okay? So it is, and there are people like that. There are people like that. In fact, Jesus actually, just like I say, Matthew 6, Sermon on the Mount. So Jesus on the Sermon on the Mount need to deal with this thing, because that was a problem at that time. The Pharisee, because of the Old Testament law, they fast a lot, and when they fast, wow, they think they are very great, you know. So Jesus said, when you fast, don't try to look gloomy. Or don't pretend to look gloomy, as those show off. I'm using CEV, Contemporary English Version, so the language is a little bit, I think, more down to earth. Okay, yeah, don't pretend to look gloomy, to look sad. Yeah, like those show off do. They go without eating when they're fasting. Instead, comb your hair and wash your face. That means do your usual grooming. Yeah. So the religious leader of that time, and because of the Old Testament context of that requirement, you know, to fast, they have developed a system, and it's difficult for some people to follow. So when they follow it, wow, they say, I'm special, man. So even today, it's sad that fasting, to some people, have a elitist feel. Elite means special group. So some people look at fasting as elitist. Wow, only people close to God will do one. This is not right. Yeah, don't go and say Pastor Terence must be fasting like 8 days per week. You know? Wow, he must be very close to God. It's not like that, you know. Or the elders ought to be fasting, or the deacons ought to be fasting. No, yeah, it should not have that kind of egoistic, arrogant kind of heart inside, that think that those who fast, you know, they are one class higher than us. We are ordinary Christian. These are special Christians. They can do the fasting, but we cannot do fasting. No, it is not like that. Okay, so avoid or throw away that egoistic heart. The second heart is the legalistic heart. The legalistic heart. These are people who follow very, very strictly, yeah, all the requirement of fasting. And sometimes they even impose those requirements on other people. And then they will see that follow fast, no lah, tipuan. Low standard, my fasting lah, very high standard. Yeah. There are people who have this very legalistic, or they will say, that fasting, tarasa, you know, not tarasa in English, how to say, not legit, not legit or not up to standard. Yeah, in fact, we know, some people fast, during fasting, they say you cannot even swallow your saliva, no? Because if you swallow your saliva, it's equivalent to drinking. So if saliva come up from your mouth, you have to spit it out. You cannot even swallow it. They are that legalistic, you know. And when they open a garage or store and they sell and they cook, they cannot taste the food. So sometimes during fasting month, that's why some of the food not so nice, because you cannot taste it. Don't know whether enough salt or not enough salt. They are that legalistic. From sunrise to sunset, you have to fast, and they watch to the second, I think. They can be sitting around the table, and they wait for the bell to ring before they can eat. That is a very legalistic kind of approach. Legalistic kind. So Jesus spoke this parable. Jesus was saying a parable in order to highlight the difference between those who trust in their own righteousness and those who despise other people. It's a parable of the Pharisee and the publican, or the Pharisee and the taxman. So he said there was this two person. The Pharisee came, and stand at a prominent place in the temple, and then he started to pray. God, I thank you. I'm not like that tax collector, at the corner there, I fast twice a week. That's why I say, So for the Jewish people or the Jewish Pharisee, they are so legalistic, they fast twice a week. I give my tithes. I'm not like that man. But that man very humble, hide one corner, and then he beat his chest. He said, God, be merciful to me, a sinner. So Jesus was highlighting the legalistic heart that can creep in into us fasting. So throw away that legalistic heart.